Hi everyone, my name is Malika Fernandez and I'm a counseling psychologist. In light of World Mental Health Day, Simple Strong opened the floor to questions about mental health, and they've invited me to answer some of those questions, and I'm going to do my best to answer them, and I hope whoever's watching finds this useful. The first question asked was, my confidence is tied to my appearance. Is there any way that I can break this? Confidence is essentially your belief in yourself and your belief in your ability to deal with all the different things that you face in your life, and deal with them successfully. Now, while there's no one way to break the associations that you form within yourself, this is a very personal journey. I think a great place to start is by looking at all the things that make you who you are, because there is definitely more than just one thing, and there is definitely more than just a few things, even, and they are all important. Of course, what other people think of us, what other people think of what we can or cannot do, weighs heavily on our confidence as well. And we've grown up subtly or quite blatantly being told that certain physical characteristics are associated with being worthy or being having good abilities, while other physical characteristics are not associated with those things. Well, this is not only factually and logically untrue and incorrect, it can feel very real to many of us. But it's important to remember that the world around us fixates on certain aspects of a person and tricks us into focusing on just those things as well. So it's always a good idea to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. And sometimes when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, you find that you have a much better view. And when you have a better view of who you are, you automatically have a whole new sense of confidence. The next question was, what is the effect of regular physical exercise on one's mental health? And is regular physical exercise enough to take care of one's mental health? Regular physical exercise has a direct impact on one's overall well-being, both physical and mental. It helps with strength, it helps regulate all your bodily functions, it directly impacts your mood, reduces your stress. It also plays a role in your self-esteem, how you see yourself, how capably you see yourself. Protects against several physical and mental health conditions. And the list goes on. These are just a few things. But still, it is not all that you can do to take care of your mental health. There are many other things you can do. For starters, being kind and caring towards oneself, which is a lot easier said than done, and it also takes a lot of practice to learn how to be kind to ourselves and care for ourselves. Another thing is investing in good friendships and relationships, and making sure we have a good network of social support around us. Another thing to do would be addressing the emotions we experience, both good and bad, in healthy ways, and not finding ways to deflect or bury them. And last but most importantly, seeking help when you feel like things are getting too much to handle. Just like any other physical condition warrants a visit to the doctor or any other kind of intervention which we don't usually hesitate to seek, your mind and your emotions are as if not more important and require that level of attention and support. So please do not hesitate to reach out for help if you feel like things are not going well for you. The last question was, how does one avoid burnout? You can avoid burnout by taking adequate care of your body and mind, because after all, they are your vehicle to accomplishing anything that you might accomplish in your life. How can you take care of your body and your mind? Have a regular routine. Make things easy for your brain and your body to deal with. Eat clean, eat regular meals, eat nutritious food, eat in the right quantities. Don't overload your body and don't underfeed your body. Give yourself adequate rest. Don't compromise on sleep. Don't compromise on recovery. Exercise regularly. Make that a part of your life. pay attention to your feelings and find healthy ways to cope with the feelings that come in the way of you getting things done. Attune to the messages that your body and your mind send you. Our bodies are incredibly intelligent and intuitive, and they send us signals in all sorts of ways that we've been taught to ignore because they seem to come across as signs of weaknesses. Well, that's not true. Uh, Take breaks when your body is telling you to. This whole philosophy of you can rest when you're dead is exactly the reason why you end up dying and burning out. Um, in fact, taking breaks when you need allows you to work better, it allows you to work longer, and it allows you to enjoy what you're doing. So don't hesitate to attune to your body and give it what it needs based on what it's telling you and not what everybody around you is telling you. Make smart choices, and you can very easily avoid burnout. I'd also like to add a final message, and it is that seeking help from any mental health professional, a counselor, a therapist, a psychologist, psychiatrist, any mental health professional by any title is not a sign of weakness, it is instead a sign of strength, because it shows that you understand your needs and that you respect yourself enough to get the help that you deserve. I understand that for a lot of us, the impression that's been given to us about mental health support is quite off putting, and it implies that something is wrong with us or we are crazy and things like that. But I'd like to point out that the understanding is changing, and people are slowly starting to realize that there is no need to pretend to be okay if you are not feeling okay, because there are systems in place to help you to actually start feeling okay again. You do not have to struggle all by yourself. Reach out for help when you need it, and you will not regret it. I'd also like to say that this is an invitation to everyone to be kind and respectful to yourselves and everyone else around you, regardless of any of your conceptions of who they are or what you think about them. Regardless of what you think, always remember to respect and be kind and make the world a much better place for everybody to feel safe in and feel comfortable in. Here's wishing everybody well-being, and yeah.